Hello everyone, I am Gabriele, welcome to my channel. Today is about Tenontosaurus, water, how to play it and how to make sure not to get drowned. First off, you always want to drink in spots where there is no Deinosuchus big enough to drown you. If you want to be safe 100%, you should drink at shallows only. This is not a shallow spot, but you can definitely have less amount of Deinosuchus players around here. It's the river northwest of northwest, not that river where everyone plays Deinosuchus in groups, in cluster. Anyway, one good thing is to put your camera underwater. If you hear splashes around with your camera underwater, it's because there is a Deinosuchus in water. That's one big deal. Now, I'm lucky enough to have only one little Deinosuchus around. It's just that player. By the way, check water is pretty amazing in my opinion, the water effects and the music engaging in battles that fades away soon enough. Now, I have some minor bleeding on me, 98.63, 61, but it's minor bleeding really because I am way bigger than that Deinosuchus down there. All of these strategies, you should use them to your advantage. Now, I could bite it, but because I really do not want to engage in a fight, I don't care. I took that opportunity to get in water because I knew that that player was having a chunk of fish, probably was eating from a chunk of a flesh from a fish, an elite fish that must be underwater. It's not big enough, it's a little Deinosuchus. Anyway, by the way, check the water interaction, check the Deinosuchus water interaction. Is probably going to approach my I'm gonna give some chances of that Deinosuchus not to get killed by me. So I will face it like this way. Probably it will approach me from that side, from the right top hand side of the screen, because it's the safest approach. Because my turn 180 degrees is less than my turn at 150 degrees, so to say. In fact, it approached me from that side. Now, every time you drink, you have your camera locked. You cannot move it. That's good. It actually helps group playing in groups more than solo play, so to say. Also, if the Deinosuchus is just below you at shallows, you will be able to see the figure. Hopefully. I'm talking about these things with Tenontosaurus because Tenontosaurus is the biggest playable, that's probably more subject to Deinosuchus attacks, because you need to go back to water to drinking more times than a Carnotaurus, so to say. Have you seen the figure of that Deinosuchus? I mean, I don't really... Do you see it? It's pretty amazing, all of this water, in my opinion, but you can have an idea where the Deinosuchus is. Now, if I were to use Tail Slam, I don't have hit that Deinosuchus even once. Even though that Deinosuchus was just below my tail, I wasn't able to inflict any damage on that Deinosuchus. I don't know if there was some desynchronization between me and that Deinosuchus player, or if you cannot actually hit with Tail Slam anything that is below the water surface, but below your tail definitely. I mean, it's one of those gray zones where I am not totally sure. So Deinosuchus approaching, we are gonna test it again, and I was too rushed, I was too fast in that. Now, you choose shallow points only to drink. There are a couple in the island. If I were to follow this river, so to say, up to the end, I'm gonna use this visual because that little Deinosuchus is following me, probably is following me, I don't know if. Now, as far as it's not following me, it's up there. As long as your tail, you hold ground with 4 feet, you can use Tail Slam. You can use Kick. You can use Foreclose. So Kick deals a lot of damage, roughly 200, more or less. I'm talking about very rounded figures. 200 points of damage with Kick, 150, 180 with Tail Slam. Kick, inflict some bleeding. Like Foreclose. Foreclose is probably with 90 points of damage is probably the best, the attack that you will use more times, above all against Euteraptors. There are a lot of Euteraptors players because it's good. It's probably the most playable around. You don't take so long to grow. It's pretty easy to grow compared to others. It's very interactive, so many players for its power predilect Utahraptor. It should be like that. In my opinion, balance in servers should be dictated by how many players choose a certain playable, and how many players choose a certain playable depends on how interactive it is, how easy it is to play, how fun it might be. So you get to scale the balance in the server on how many players actually choose to play it. Now that was a close miss. What if there is a bigger Deinosuchus in water? Am I screwed? Yes, I am, because I'm not that heavy. I mean, I am 872 kilograms, you know. So, you should drink only in spots where you assume the water is not that deep. For example, there is a stump over there. Probably water is not that deep. Or probably it is. You never know. But generally speaking, in shallows or behind trees, you have, well, not enough water for any Deinosuchus to ambush you. I'm talking like a Deinosuchus player. I play Deinosuchus mostly. Or I played. I don't play as much as I wish. But choose these spots. Do you see these three? This might be a good spot, or not. You are swimming. Anyway, water here is shallow enough. Definitely behind this tree. This is a good spot. You can get attacked by left or right. It is true, but get ready. Prepare yourself on a good escape routes. If you face if you are in this position to drink rather in a perpendicular position, you can escape faster. But what if they lunge at you from the position you are trying to escape from? You are more subject to that. So if you drink like this, it probably takes longer for you to turn, but you stand to choose where to escape from, whether from left or from right. Check it. It is approaching. I'm trying to use a tail slam because I want to make sure that it actually does not work below the water surface. I mean, I think that my hitbox of this tail slam ends where the water surface starts, but it is just my impression though. Probably I am wrong. I have to test it properly. It's not by just a couple of tries or failed attempts of using a tail slam on my side. Skill issues, you might say. Yes, a couple of skill issues. At least I try to compensate it with a bit of strategy. Sometimes I lack even that. But anyway, Tenotosaurus is the one that needs water the most. You need to go drinking super often compared to other terrestrials. Probably as one terrestrial, you need to go drink a lot of times compared to how many times you need to go with Carnotaurus, with any other playable in general. Well, that's all for today. This was how I choose drinking spots. I will leave a couple of coordinates on the vulnona.com interactive site in the description below. It's a couple of spots where you can drink safely, well, where you find shallows actually, and you can go there and drink safe and sound, but you can drink everywhere. There is not a hot spot. This is not a hot spot. Yes, there is a little Deinosuchus. If I were smaller, I could be drowned by that one, but I'm big enough. So, that's all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay in Evrima, the Isle, and have a great day. Bye-bye.